Welcome, little dreamer. Tonight, we're going to visit a quiet kingdom where magic sleeps under mossy stones and kindness opens the door to wonders. In this story, a kind-hearted princess meets an unusual friend, a little frog with a big secret, and together they discover that promises kept with love can change everything. So take a deep breath, get cozy, and let's begin our tale. This is The Frog Prince. Once upon a time, in a quiet kingdom surrounded by forests and rivers, there lived a young princess. She was kind, curious, and loved to spend her days walking through the royal gardens, humming to the birds, and picking wildflowers beneath the sun. Her name was Elena, and though she had everything a princess could dream of, beautiful dresses, golden tiaras, and a castle with towers that touched the sky, what she loved most was her golden ball. It was a gift from her mother when she was a child, and to Elena, it was magical. One warm afternoon, Princess Elena walked beyond the rose garden into the quiet part of the woods, where she liked to be alone. There, under the shade of old trees, sat an ancient stone well, deep and mysterious. She gently tossed her golden ball into the air, catching it again and again. But then, she missed. With a soft plunk, the ball fell down, down, down into the dark well. Elena gasped. She knelt by the edge, trying to see the bottom, but it was too deep.
My ball,
she whispered sadly. Then, from the stillness came a voice.
Why are you crying, princess?
Startled, she turned, and there, sitting on a lily pad near the water's edge, was a frog. A little green frog with gentle eyes and a calm voice.
I can help you,
said the frog.
but I ask for a promise.
yes,
She said.
I promise.
With a graceful dive, the frog disappeared into the well. Moments later, he returned, balancing the golden ball on his head.
Here you are.
He said gently. Elena cheered, took the ball, and ran all the way back to the castle, forgetting her promise. That evening, just as Elena was sitting down to dinner in the grand dining hall, a servant rushed in.
Your Highness,
He said,
there was a frog at the door, asking for you.
The king raised an eyebrow.
A frog?
Elena's cheeks turned pink. She remembered her promise.
He helped me today. I promised to be his friend.
A promise must be kept, no matter how small the voice that reminds us.
And so, the doors were opened, and the little frog entered the castle, hopping across the marble floor. He looked up at her and said politely,
May I sit at your table, princess?
The king nodded. Elena took a deep breath.
Yes, you may.
The frog sat beside her, and though many at the table watched in surprise, he was kind, quiet, and asked for nothing more than her company. She made a soft little bed for him by the warm fireplace. The frog looked content, curled into a leaf, and closed his eyes. That night, Elena couldn't sleep. She kept thinking, why did this frog care so much about kindness and promises? Why did he speak with such wisdom? The next morning, as the sunlight spilled across the floor, the frog opened his eyes and said,
Princess, thank you for keeping your word. Many would not have.
Elena smiled softly.
You're very different from other frogs.
He chuckled. And then something magical happened. A soft, golden light began to glow around the frog. He shimmered, sparkled, and then, before her eyes, he changed. Standing in place of the frog was a young man, dressed in clothes of green and gold, with kind eyes and a gentle smile.
Who are you?
Elena whispered.
I am Prince Leaf.
He said.
Long ago, I was cursed by a witch, trapped in the form of a frog until someone kept a promise to me, not out of duty but out of kindness.
Elena was silent, her heart warm with understanding. Prince Leif stayed in the kingdom for many days, and he and Princess Elena spent their time walking in the gardens, talking beneath the stars, and discovering how much they had in common. He didn't ask for her love. He simply enjoyed her company, but over time, Elena began to feel something gentle grow in her heart. A friendship so true, it slowly became love. Eventually, the king gave his blessing, and a quiet, joyful wedding was held in the garden where they first met. From that day on, they ruled with kindness and laughter. They planted new gardens, opened the castle gates to travelers, and built a fountain beside the old well, to remind everyone that small promises, once kept, could change the world. And so, the frog became a prince, and the princess learned that even the smallest kindness can open the biggest doors. Now, close your eyes and let your heart drift to a quiet kingdom where the moon is full and frogs still whisper stories near the well. And so the princess and the frog, who was really a prince, learned that true friendship, patience, and kindness can bring magic to life. Their days were filled with laughter, and their nights with soft stars and gentle dreams. Now it's your turn to dream. Close your eyes, let the story rest in your heart, and drift off into a peaceful sleep. Good night, little one, and sweet dreams.